Welcome to this week's update video. It's gonna be another short one as we mainly focus on some improvements, maintenance, and preserving some vegetables. As our greenhouse is producing between 10 and 20 kilograms of tomatoes every week, we have way more than we can currently sell. But it's a good thing, as we want to keep some of them for ourselves. In the colder months of winter and fall, we are preserving them for us. First we cut and shred them to pieces, then bring it all up to a boil, reduce it further by cooking it longer. After some good 1.5 hours of boiling, we can them or bottle them, boil the bottles again, and then we were left with 19 bottles of freshly boiled tomato juice. And thanks to a lot of helping hands, the whole process didn't take long. In one of our storage rooms, or rooms which we currently use for storage, we had an old paint extraction system from the former owner. As we have no needs for it and it already looks a little bit like a cupboard, we decided to replace those parts that we don't need or get rid of them and use it to store the stuff that currently stands around in the middle of the room. We also used the opportunity to clean out a little bit of that stuff that we store there and have no use for it anymore. Motivated through that demolition, some long time waited in one of the bedrooms occurred as well. This is just the start of that journey. As we also had a lot of mangold, or more than we could currently sell, we started to preserve it for ourselves as well, or more or less cut at it. We filled the bottles with pre-cut pieces of mangold, then put in hot water, which is basically blanching them, and then cook the bottles again at a certain temperature so that they preserve better. This keeps it in bigger pieces and makes the taste or the texture more unique than a blended sauce when we will use them for cooking again. As we are still in the plum harvest, we once again cut a lot of them down to smaller pieces, remove the core and put them into our freezers. One part of our land is evenly hard to maintain as our fruit garden, which is the part where we store our freshly cut wood for future projects and raise some smaller trees which we want to replant in different areas. The unique shape of it, the terrain and the amount of trees that we want to keep there make it hard to work. Most of it has to be done with a bush cutter. So this work was a little bit neglected, or we had different stuff to do which were more present. Finally, we found the courage and the person to start working on this patch of land. Last year already we removed a lot of invasive species here. This is something that we're aiming for again, to keep their growth to a minimum size on this part. And before we end the video, here's a short flyover of the current stage of our market garden. Thanks for watching and see you in the next update.